Imagine a civilization so advanced that it could chart the stars with stunning precision, build towering pyramids that rival modern skyscrapers, and create an intricate written language long before most of the world figured out how to write. This is the story of the ancient Mayans, a people whose achievements in science, art, and architecture still leave us in awe today. But for every grand temple they built and every celestial event they predicted, they left behind questions that continue to puzzle the brightest minds of our time. What secrets lie within their hidden cities, buried beneath centuries of jungle growth? What really caused the fall of such a thriving civilization, and could their mysterious calendar hold meanings far deeper than anyone ever imagined? In this video, we are diving into 15 of the most unsolved enigmas of the ancient Mayans, mysteries that defy explanation and challenge what we think we know about human history. Stay with us because by the end, you might just look at the past and the present in a completely new light. Now turning to the first of these captivating mysteries, we examine the sudden collapse of the Mayan civilization, a question that has haunted historians and archaeologists for generations. How could a society so advanced with its sprawling cities, sophisticated agriculture, and awe-inspiring temples fall into decline around the 9th century? Multiple theories attempt to unravel this enigma, each one pointing to a potential piece of the puzzle, yet none offering a complete answer. Some researchers suggest that prolonged droughts strained the region's resources, crippling the Mayans' ability to sustain large populations. Evidence of deforestation and environmental degradation further supports the idea that human impact on the land may have played a role in this decline. Then there is the possibility of warfare. Archaeological findings reveal signs of conflict and fortifications in many regions, hinting at battles not just between rival city-states but possibly internal rebellions as well. Overpopulation stands as another candidate, as the growing population may have pushed the limits of the Mayans' advanced yet fragile agricultural systems, leading to food shortages. And yet, there is no single explanation that fits every region, every city, and every timeline. Some parts of the civilization seem to endure while others crumbled. This fragmented narrative suggests that the collapse was not a simple event, but rather a complex web of challenges that unfolded differently across the vast Mayan world. Could it be that all these factors, environmental stress, warfare, overpopulation, and resource exhaustion, acted together, creating a perfect storm that brought an end to a golden age? Or is there a hidden piece of the puzzle still waiting to be uncovered? With so many unanswered questions, the collapse of the Mayan civilization continues to intrigue and baffle us, setting the stage for the next mystery in this story. As the next challenge unfolds, we dive deeper into the role environmental factors may have played in the collapse of the Mayan civilization. Among the most compelling clues is the evidence of prolonged droughts. Studies of sediment cores from ancient Mayan reservoirs reveal striking patterns of reduced rainfall during key periods of decline. These findings suggest that the region faced multi-decade droughts severe enough to disrupt agriculture, water storage, and daily life. But drought alone may not tell the full story. The Mayans were known for their ingenuity, with advanced techniques for managing water and adapting to their environment. So why did these droughts devastate some regions while others managed to endure? This question hints at the complexity of the story. In addition to droughts, deforestation may have intensified the environmental strain. Archaeological research indicates that the Mayans cleared vast areas of forest to create space for agriculture, gather construction materials, and fuel their lime production for building projects. This large-scale deforestation could have altered local climates, reducing rainfall further and accelerating soil erosion, making the land less fertile over time. Not all areas, however, reacted to these pressures in the same way. For instance, some cities in the northern Yucatan Peninsula seem to thrive longer, possibly due to more sustainable land use practices or access to resources that others lack. This variability in regional outcomes complicates the narrative, illustrating that the environmental challenges faced by the Mayans were not uniform. Could it be that the collapse was as much about how the Mayans responded to these environmental stresses as it was about the stresses themselves? These layers of complexity remind us that the collapse of their civilization cannot be boiled down to a single cause. The Mayans' brilliance in adapting to a challenging environment only deepens the mystery. How could such a resourceful civilization be brought to its knees by forces they had so skillfully managed for centuries? As we ponder these questions, the role of environmental factors serves as a crucial but incomplete piece of the puzzle, leading us naturally to explore the next enigma in this fascinating story. Now turning to the fascinating world of the Mayan Ballgame, we uncover a practice that was far more than just a sport. Known as one of the earliest team games in human history, this activity involved players using their hips to propel a rubber ball through vertical stone hoops mounted on towering walls. While it may initially seem like an ancient precursor to modern sports, the Mayan Ballgame was deeply intertwined with their culture, religion, and politics. For the Mayans, this was no mere pastime. The game carried profound symbolic weight, often representing the eternal struggle between life and death, or even the cosmic battle between light and darkness. As described in the Popol Vuh, an ancient Mayan text, the ballgame featured prominently in creation myths where the hero twins used their skills to defeat the lords of the underworld, restoring balance to the cosmos. This mythological connection suggests that the game was more than a spectacle. It was a reenactment of sacred events, a ritual that blurred the lines between the physical and the spiritual realms. Additionally, there are indications that the ballgame had political undertones. Some researchers propose that games were used to resolve conflicts between rival cities or as a display of dominance during significant ceremonies. The stakes were often unimaginably high. Evidence suggests that certain matches culminated in human sacrifices, with either the losing team or the most skilled players, depending on interpretations, offered to the gods as the ultimate tribute. These acts of sacrifice, while shocking to modern sensibilities, were viewed by the Mayans as essential acts of devotion, ensuring cosmic harmony and appeasing deities who controlled crucial elements like rain and fertility. The ritualistic nature of the ballgame raises provocative questions about its purpose. Was it a way to entertain, a method to settle disputes, or a ceremonial act to venerate the gods? Perhaps it was all of these, woven together in a way that is challenging to comprehend fully from our modern vantage point. What remains undeniable is the game's significance, reflected in the elaborate ball courts that have been discovered across the Mayan world. Their size, intricacy, and prominence within cities underline how central this tradition was to Mayan life. As we delve deeper into this mysterious practice, we see how it not only entertained but also educated, unified, and defined a civilization. This enigma of the Mayan ballgame encourages us to reconsider what sport could mean, offering a glimpse into a world where play and prayer were inseparable. Moving forward, this cultural richness invites us to explore yet another layer of Mayan mystery. Moving forward, let us step into the shadowy realm of the Lost Mayan Cities, a haunting reminder of how much of their civilization remains concealed beneath the dense jungles of Central America. Over the years, explorers and archaeologists have uncovered sprawling urban centers with towering pyramids, intricate stone carvings, and expansive ball courts. Yet these discoveries only scratch the surface of what lies hidden. Thanks to advances in technology, particularly LiDAR light detection and ranging, researchers are now able to peer through the thick forest canopy to reveal astonishing outlines of long-forgotten cities. These scans have uncovered vast settlements, sophisticated road networks, and even extensive agricultural systems that were once unthinkable. For instance, in recent years, LiDAR mapping revealed over 60,000 structures buried beneath the vegetation in Guatemala, reshaping our understanding of the Mayans' architectural and engineering prowess. These findings paint a picture of a civilization that was far more interconnected and urbanized than previously believed, with some experts suggesting the region may have supported tens of millions of people at its peak. However, each discovery raises more questions than answers. How did the Mayans maintain such large populations without modern technologies? How did they coordinate construction efforts over such vast territories? And perhaps most intriguingly, how many more cities remain cloaked in jungle shadows, untouched by human eyes? The sheer scale of these hidden settlements challenges long-held assumptions about the limits of ancient societies, forcing us to reconsider the ingenuity and adaptability of the Mayan people. As researchers continue to uncover the secrets these cities hold, they also face significant challenges. The dense jungle is not only physically demanding, but also acts as a natural time capsule, preserving these sites while simultaneously making them nearly impossible to access. Beyond the logistical difficulties, there is the pressing question of what delicate treasures and knowledge remain buried, waiting to revolutionize our understanding of Mayan culture and history. Could more cities harbor hidden codices, artifacts, or insights into the Mayans' astronomical and agricultural innovations? These enigmatic cities offer a tantalizing glimpse into what might still be awaiting discovery, igniting excitement and curiosity about what lies ahead. And as we ponder the secrets hidden beneath the jungle canopy, we turn our attention to another layer of Mayan ingenuity, a civilization so advanced that it still perplexes us with its mastery of time itself. Now turning to the secrets beneath the jungle canopy, we find ourselves confronting both daunting challenges and boundless possibilities. The dense vegetation that blankets these ancient sites serves as both a protector and an obstacle. On one hand, it shields the remnants of this lost civilization from the ravages of time and human interference. On the other, it makes excavation and exploration an incredibly arduous task. Imagine navigating through a labyrinth of tangled roots, venomous creatures, and sweltering humidity, all while trying to delicately uncover structures that have been hidden for centuries. Despite these challenges, modern archaeologists press forward, driven by the tantalizing prospect of uncovering treasures that could rewrite history. What if beneath this unyielding greenery lies an intact codex, brimming with insights into Mayan science, spirituality, or governance? Or perhaps undiscovered artworks and sculptures that could redefine our understanding of their artistic achievements. And then there are the personal items, the tools, and everyday artifacts that could offer a glimpse into the lives of ordinary Mayans, pieces of a puzzle that might connect us more deeply to this enigmatic civilization. The potential discoveries are endless, yet every moment spent in these jungles is a race against time. Natural elements like erosion and flooding threaten to destroy these relics forever, while modern developments encroach upon these sacred sites. However, the possibility of uncovering monumental finds such as ceremonial artifacts, intricate carvings, or even signs of advanced engineering keeps researchers resolute. Every expedition holds the potential to challenge our preconceptions and expand our knowledge of what this ancient society was capable of. What might we learn about their relationships with neighboring cultures, their methods of survival and innovation, or their perspective on the universe itself? The answers may lie just beneath the surface, waiting to be unveiled, as we marvel at the perseverance of those working to uncover these buried wonders. It's impossible not to feel a sense of awe for the Mayans' enduring legacy. And with that, we now shift our focus to yet another captivating aspect of their civilization, one that has mystified and mesmerized the modern world more than any other: their extraordinary mastery of time and their infamous calendar systems. Now turning to the enigma of the Mayan calendar and its connection to the notorious 2012 prophecy, we enter a realm where ancient precision meets modern misinterpretation. The Mayan long count calendar, an intricate system of timekeeping, was never actually a prediction of the apocalypse. Instead, it marked the end of one significant cycle and the start of another, much like flipping the last page of a calendar and beginning anew. This sophisticated system operated on the interplay of various cycles, reflecting the Mayans' inherent belief that time flowed in repeating patterns rather than a straight line. What stunned researchers and continues to captivate the world is the sheer mathematical accuracy embedded within this calendar. It was capable of charting celestial events with astonishing precision, aligning key dates with eclipses, solstices, and planetary movements long before the advent of modern tools. The hype surrounding 2012, however, was largely a product of contemporary misinterpretations and sensationalism. For the Mayans, this date wasn't an end but a transition, a moment of renewal and rebirth, an opportunity to reflect, much like their cyclical view of existence itself. Even today, the long count calendar stands as a testament to their advanced understanding of mathematics, astronomy, and spirituality, intertwined so seamlessly that it challenges our own perceptions of ancient knowledge. It prompts us to wonder, how could a civilization without telescopes or digital aids achieve such precision? What methods or philosophies guided their connection to the cosmos? This is why the Mayan calendar remains not just a timeline but a symbol of their profound grasp of the universe, bridging the ancient and the eternal. As we pause here to admire their intricate vision of time, let us now turn our attention to another enigma within the vibrant tapestry of Mayan civilization, the mysterious hieroglyphs that hold the secrets to unlocking their untold stories. Now turning to the mysterious Mayan hieroglyphs, we delve into a labyrinth of symbols that provide glimpses into their world yet remain largely shrouded in mystery. The Mayan script is one of the most complex writing systems ever developed, consisting of hundreds of intricate glyphs that represent sounds, words, and concepts. Deciphering this ancient language has been a monumental challenge for scholars, as the Spanish conquest led to the loss of countless texts and the disruption of the cultural continuity needed to fully understand the script. Despite this, breakthroughs have been made. Researchers have successfully interpreted many glyphs, uncovering fascinating insights into Mayan politics, religion, astronomy, and daily life. For example, we've learned about the reigns of powerful kings, the detailed records of astronomical events, and even hints about the social hierarchy of their cities. Yet the work is far from complete. A significant portion of the glyphs remains untranslated, leaving large gaps in our understanding of their culture and history. What secrets could these undeciphered symbols hold? Could they reveal more about the reasons behind the sudden collapse of their civilization, or provide a deeper understanding of their spiritual beliefs? Each new discovery feels like piecing together a vast puzzle, offering tantalizing clues while reminding us of how much remains unknown. The enigmatic nature of the Mayan hieroglyphs is a testament to the depth and sophistication of their civilization, challenging modern minds to bridge the gaps left by time. As we ponder the silent stories locked within these symbols, let us now navigate further into the cosmos of Mayan knowledge and explore their extraordinary achievements in astronomy. As the next challenge unfolds, we gaze upwards to uncover the brilliance of Mayan astronomy. The Mayans, without the aid of modern tools, achieved astonishing precision in tracking the movement of celestial bodies. Their understanding of the stars, planets, solar eclipses, and lunar cycles was not only advanced but also deeply intertwined with their spiritual and cultural practices. They meticulously observed the heavens, recording the patterns of the sky and embedding this knowledge into their daily lives. One of the most striking examples of their astronomical prowess lies in the alignment of their architectural structures. Many temples, pyramids, and observatories were constructed to align perfectly with astronomical events. Take the Temple of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza, for instance. On the day of the spring and autumn equinoxes, sunlight falls in such a way that it creates the illusion of a serpent slithering down the pyramid staircase, a phenomenon that demonstrates the Mayans' precise calculations of the Earth's position relative to the sun. Not only did they align their structures with the sun, but they also synchronized their cities with the stars. Their calendar systems, such as the long count calendar and the sacred Tzolk'in, were intricately tied to astronomical cycles, reflecting their belief in the cyclical nature of time. This connection to the cosmos wasn't purely scientific, it was profoundly mystical. The Mayans considered the movement of celestial bodies to be messages from the gods, guiding their agricultural practices, rituals, and ceremonies. They perceived the heavens as a living, breathing entity, a canvas painted with divine guidance. But how did they achieve such accuracy? Without telescopes or modern instruments, how could they have observed the stars with such detail? The answers remain elusive, adding layers of intrigue to their legacy. Could they have used tools that have yet to be discovered, or was their observational skill and methodical record keeping simply that extraordinary? As these questions linger, we are reminded that their knowledge of the cosmos was not limited to practicality or observation. It was a profound relationship between science and spirituality, and the stars served as both a map and a mirror for their existence. Moving forward, we take a closer look at their observatories, the watchtowers of their cosmic explorations, and what they reveal about the Mayans' pursuit of celestial understanding. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we turn our focus to the observatories that served as the Mayans' windows to the cosmos. Among the most renowned is El Caracol, the circular structure at Chichen Itza that stands as a testament to their astronomical sophistication. Its unique design, with narrow slit-like windows and specific alignments, is believed to have been used to observe the movement of Venus, the Sun, and possibly other celestial bodies. Venus held special significance in Mayan society, often symbolizing cycles of war and peace. The positioning of El Caracol appears deliberate, allowing the Mayans to track Venus's journey across the sky with remarkable precision. But this was not merely for the sake of observation. To the Mayans, the stars were sacred, and their movements were thought to reflect the will of the gods. Observatories like El Caracol were likely used for rituals and ceremonies, where science and spirituality intertwined seamlessly. They may have gathered in these structures not only to chart the heavens, but also to seek divine guidance, interpreting the behavior of celestial bodies as omens or instructions for their earthly lives. What's truly remarkable is the dual purpose these observatories served. On one hand, they showcase the Mayans' methodical approach to studying astronomy, revealing their commitment to understanding the natural world. On the other hand, the observatories were spaces of profound spiritual significance, where the cosmic and the sacred became one. How they achieved such an integration of science and belief remains a compelling mystery. Could the design of their structures suggest a deeper knowledge of physics and geometry than we currently understand? Or was it their keen observation and interpretation of the natural world that set them apart? Ultimately, these observatories stand as bridges between two realms, the empirical and the mystical. As we marvel at their ingenuity, we are left to wonder just how much of their celestial understanding we have yet to uncover. Moving forward, let us descend from the heavens and explore the enigmatic role of hallucinogenics in Mayan rituals, a practice that may hold clues to their spiritual worldview. Now turning to the fascinating realm of Mayan rituals, we delve into the mysterious use of hallucinogenics, substances that played a pivotal role in their spiritual practices. The Mayans are believed to have employed psychoactive plants and substances during sacred ceremonies, using them as tools to transcend the ordinary and access what they saw as higher planes of existence. These rituals were not recreational but deeply rooted in their quest to connect with the divine. Substances such as balshe, a fermented drink made from tree bark and honey, and possibly others derived from local plants and mushrooms, were consumed in carefully controlled settings. The purpose: to enter altered states of consciousness, a realm where they believed the veil between the earthly and the spiritual was thinnest. Participants of these ceremonies, often shamans or priests, may have experienced vivid visions they interpreted as messages from the gods or glimpses into the underworld. These states likely served as a means of divine communication, guiding decisions about everything from agriculture to warfare. One of the most intriguing aspects is how these practices reflect their deep reverence for the interconnectedness of the physical and spiritual worlds. To the Mayans, the experience brought by these substances was not merely a hallucination, but a journey into a reality as significant as the one they inhabited daily. The settings for such ceremonies often added to the gravity of the experience. Sacred caves, temple platforms, or even the mystical cenotes were chosen as ritual spaces, enhancing the sense of otherworldliness. It is worth considering how their knowledge of these substances' effects was so precise, passed down through generations, and shrouded in the secrecy of their priesthoods. Were these practices inspired by trial and error, or could they have been guided by spiritual intuition, as the Mayans themselves might have believed? This profound intertwining of the physical and metaphysical leaves us pondering the ultimate purpose of these substances in their rituals. Were they merely tools for introspection and spiritual exploration, or were they indispensable conduits for unlocking what they considered divine wisdom? As the veil of mystery around these practices remains firmly in place, we are left to marvel at the complexity of their worldview. With their use of hallucinogenics offering a glimpse into the Mayan spiritual depth, we now turn our attention to a different mystery, one centered on the disappearance of the elite classes in Mayan society. As the next challenge unfolds, we delve into the perplexing mystery of the disappearance of the elite classes in Mayan society. Picture this: while many Mayan cities continued to be inhabited and the common people carried on with their day-to-day lives, the ruling elites, the kings, nobles, and high priests, seem to have vanished from the historical record. This enigma leaves us with several burning questions. How could an entire class of rulers who held immense power and influence simply disappear? What could have caused this dramatic shift, and why did it not spell the immediate end for the remaining populace? One of the prevailing theories revolves around internal political upheaval. The Mayan city-states were known for their rivalries, often engaging in warfare with one another. It is possible that intense inter-city conflicts and struggles for dominance led to the downfall of certain elite groups. When one ruling family was overthrown, the victors might have purged the previous leaders, leaving a political vacuum. Over time, this repeated cycle of rivalry and destruction could have eroded the structure of elite governance across many regions. Another intriguing explanation is rooted in societal discontent. Perhaps the common people, burdened by heavy taxes and labor, demands to sustain elite lifestyles and monumental constructions, grew disillusioned. Evidence suggests that some cities experienced periods of rebellion, with ruling classes failing to maintain their grip on power in the face of growing unrest. Once the elites were no longer seen as indispensable or divine, their downfall might have become inevitable. Environmental and resource challenges could have also played a role. If elites were perceived as ineffective at addressing widespread droughts, agricultural failures, or declining resources, their ability to command loyalty and maintain their status would have been severely undermined. This breakdown in leadership might have paved the way for a decentralized society, with power shifting to local communities rather than centralized rulers. The disappearance of the elites likely didn't happen overnight, but as a gradual process that varied across regions. While some ruling classes may have been violently ousted, others could have faded into obscurity as their power eroded over time. This lingering mystery offers a fascinating glimpse into the fragility of power and the complex dynamics of Mayan society, and yet questions remain. Why did the disappearance of these elites not collapse the entire civilization? What does this suggest about the resilience of the common people and the adaptability of their systems? As we ponder these possibilities, we are reminded of just how much we still have to learn. Shifting from the enigma of absent rulers, we now turn to the sacred pools of the Mayans, the cenotes, that were revered as portals to the underworld. Now turning to the sacred cenotes, these natural sinkholes were more than just geographical formations to the Mayans, they were gateways to another realm. The Mayans believed that cenotes served as portals to the underworld, the realm of the gods and spirits. These pools, often surrounded by lush vegetation and steeped in mystery, were deeply intertwined with their mythology and spiritual practices. They were seen as places where the physical and spiritual worlds intertwined, where offerings could be made, and where vital connections to their deities could be forged. The significance of cenotes in Mayan rituals cannot be overstated. Archaeological discoveries reveal that these pools were sites of elaborate ceremonies, often involving sacrifices. Artifacts recovered from the depths of cenotes include intricately carved jade, gold ornaments, and ceremonial pottery, all thought to have been offerings to appease gods or secure blessings. Human remains have also been found, indicating that human sacrifices were likely part of these rituals. The act of offering such precious items and, in some cases, human lives demonstrates the profound sacredness that cenotes held for the Mayans. But these pools were not just places of sacrifice, they were also sources of life. Many Mayan cities were built near cenotes as they provided a crucial supply of fresh water. This dual role of cenotes as both life-giving and spiritually significant highlights their importance in Mayan society. They bridged the practical and the divine, symbolizing both sustenance and the mystical connection to forces beyond the human realm. Yet questions linger. How exactly did the Mayans interpret the underworld, and what role did these rituals play in their daily lives and broader cosmology? What other secrets might still rest at the bottom of unexplored cenotes? The treasures and remains discovered so far offer only a glimpse into their world, leaving much yet to unravel. As we continue to dive into these sacred waters, we deepen our understanding of how the Mayans viewed their universe and their place within it. With this reverence for the cenotes in mind, let us now explore the treasures and artifacts that have been uncovered from these enigmatic pools, shedding more light on the culture and spirituality of the Mayans. With the next phase of the journey in sight, let us delve deeper into the extraordinary discoveries made within these sacred cenotes. Among the most captivating finds are the golden artifacts, shimmering remnants of a civilization that regarded these treasures as offerings of immense spiritual significance. Imagine intricately crafted gold discs believed to symbolize celestial bodies, perhaps the sun or moon, linking their rituals to the cosmos. These objects, recovered from the depths of the cenotes, speak not only to the Mayans' technical skill but also to their deep cosmological beliefs. Alongside these golden wonders are carved jade pieces, exquisite in their detail and vibrant in their colors, often molded into figures representing deities, animals, or masks. Jade, being more than a precious stone to the Mayans, symbolized life, power, and the eternal connection between humanity and the gods. Such items were not chosen at random. Their presence in the cenotes reflects the deliberate nature of Mayan offerings, where every object held profound symbolic meaning. One particularly remarkable discovery was a jade mask uncovered in the depths of a cenote near Chichen Itza. This mask, with its finely detailed features, is thought to represent an important figure or deity, perhaps even a direct link to their concept of the afterlife. The combination of golden artifacts and jade carvings suggests that these offerings were meant to appease a myriad of divine forces, each object carefully selected to fulfill a specific spiritual purpose. The treasures retrieved hint at the scale and grandeur of Mayan ceremonies, where the act of offering these items was as much about community and continuity as it was about reverence to the unseen powers governing their lives. The significance of these discoveries extends beyond their material value. they provide a window into the Mayans' worldview, their relationship with the natural world, and their reverence for the divine. These finds strengthen the notion that the cenotes were not mere pools of water but profound spiritual vortexes, portals where the earthly and celestial converged. Yet these discoveries raise more questions than answers. How extensive were these underwater ceremonial deposits, and what deeper layers of meaning might be uncovered with further exploration? What drove the Mayans to part with such exquisite treasures, and were there specific occasions or cosmic events that prompted these acts of devotion? As the mysteries of these sacred waters continue to unfold, they paint an ever richer picture of a people deeply attuned to their environment and the spiritual rhythms of the universe. Moving forward, let us dive into another enigma of Mayan culture, shedding light on the cryptic inscriptions engraved on their stelae and the stories they may tell. Now turning to the enigmatic stone monuments known as stelae, these towering carvings stand as silent sentinels of Mayan history, their surfaces adorned with intricate inscriptions that continue to mystify scholars. These stelae, often placed in prominent locations within Mayan cities, were far more than decorative structures. The question of their purpose looms large. Were they historical records meant to document the achievements of rulers, religious texts designed to honor the gods, or something even more cryptic? The inscriptions carved into these stones are a blend of hieroglyphs and images, displaying an artistry that complemented their significance. While significant progress has been made in deciphering Mayan hieroglyphs, many of the messages on the stelae remain incompletely understood, leaving ample room for speculation. One theory suggests that the stelae served as a form of propaganda for the ruling elite, a medium through which kings and queens could immortalize their lineage, victories, and divine connections. The detailed carvings often depict rulers adorned with elaborate regalia, engaged in rituals or battles, alongside carefully inscribed texts that appear to recount events during their reign. These intricate visuals seem to intertwine history, mythology, and spirituality, blurring the line between fact and symbolism. Another perspective argues that these monuments were not merely about preserving the past but were also meant to influence the future. By engraving their divine right to rule into stone, the Mayan elite may have been reinforcing their legitimacy and securing their legacy for generations yet unborn. Interestingly, some stelae seem to be aligned with celestial phenomena, suggesting a link to Mayan astronomy and the tracking of time. This connection raises the possibility that the inscriptions may also encode astronomical observations or predictions, tying the movements of the heavens to earthly events. Beyond the historical and astronomical, there is a lingering sense of mystery in how these monuments blend the tangible with the ethereal. Could there be messages embedded within the stelae that are yet to be interpreted, layers of meaning that extend beyond our current understanding? Were they perhaps intended as metaphysical conduits, bridging the human and divine realms, much like the sacred cenotes? The unanswered questions surrounding the stelae make them an enduring puzzle. How much of what is inscribed is historical fact versus spiritual metaphor? What techniques and tools did the Mayans use to so precisely carve these massive stones? And most intriguingly, what lost knowledge might these inscriptions hold? As researchers continue to uncover these mysteries, each discovery offers a tantalizing glimpse into the Mayans' sophisticated worldview, their mastery of both art and language, and the profound depth of their culture. With so much still shrouded in ambiguity, the stelae remain powerful markers of a civilization that cherished its connection to both time and eternity. As we explore further, let us journey into the Mayans' unique concept of time, revealing how their cyclical understanding of existence shaped their calendars, rituals, and entire worldview. As the next chapter of our exploration unfolds, we dive into the fascinating Mayan concept of time, a perspective that stands in stark contrast to the linear view most of us are familiar with. To the Mayans, time was not a straight line stretching endlessly forward, but a continuous, repeating cycle. This cyclical understanding was deeply rooted in their culture and shaped not only their calendars and rituals, but also their entire worldview. They perceived existence as a series of interwoven patterns where past, present, and future were interconnected, and history often repeated itself in predictable intervals. Central to this belief was the intricate Mayan calendar system, which remains one of the most sophisticated achievements of its kind in human history. Comprising multiple interlocking cycles, the Mayan calendar was far more than a tool for tracking days. It was a spiritual guide, a scientific marvel, and a reflection of the Mayans' profound connection to both the cosmos and earthly life. The most well-known of these calendars, the Long Count, recorded vast spans of time, while the calendar round, made up of two smaller cycles, the Tzolk'in and the Hob, provided a practical framework for daily and ceremonial life. These overlapping cycles created a repeating sequence that ensured specific dates would only recur once every 52 solar years, a period the Mayans considered sacred. This cyclical approach extended into their rituals and ceremonies, many of which were designed to align with key dates and celestial events. For the Mayans, time was sacred, and their rituals were a way to harmonize human activity with the rhythms of the universe. They believed that by performing the right ceremonies at the right moments, they could maintain balance in the cosmos and ensure the continued prosperity of their civilization. Their temples and pyramids, often built with precise alignments to astronomical phenomena, stand as enduring testaments to this unity between time, space, and spirituality. But why did the Mayans embrace such a unique concept of time? Scholars suggest it may have been shaped by their deep observations of nature and the heavens. The cycles of the planets, the phases of the moon, the shifting seasons, and the growth of crops all pointed to the repetitive nature of existence. The Mayans saw these patterns as evidence of a cosmic order, one that humans were intrinsically a part of. By understanding and aligning themselves with these cycles, they believed they could predict the future, avoid calamities, and secure divine favor. The Mayan concept of time also influenced their view of history. Events were not isolated occurrences but part of recurring cycles, often tied to mythological precedents. When a new ruler ascended to the throne or a major event unfolded, it was seen as echoing a moment from the past. This perspective gave their actions a sense of eternal significance, intertwining their lives with the grand narrative of the cosmos. It also explains why their records are rich in symbolism, blending historical detail with spiritual meaning. Yet, this cyclical view of time remains both fascinating and enigmatic. How did this perspective shape the decisions and priorities of their society? Could this understanding of time offer lessons for how we perceive our own lives and the world around us? As we continue to unravel the mysteries of the Mayans, their timeless reverence for cycles and patterns serves as a powerful reminder of humanity's enduring quest to find order in the chaos of existence. Now, as we move forward, we turn our attention to one of the most intriguing aspects of Mayan culture, the sarcophagus lid of King Pakal in Palenque, and the extraordinary designs that have sparked endless interpretations and debates. Now turning to the next enigma, we delve into the deep mysteries surrounding the sarcophagus lid of King Pakal in Palenque, a masterpiece of artistry and symbolism that has captivated the imagination of scholars and enthusiasts alike. This intricately carved stone lid, which rests atop the tomb of one of the most prominent Mayan rulers, is shrouded in both historical significance and speculative intrigue. At first glance, the carvings appear to depict Pakal seated within a complex array of symbols, surrounded by celestial and earthly motifs. But it is the interpretation of these symbols that has fueled debates for decades, dividing opinions between mainstream scholars and fringe theorists. From a historical perspective, the carvings are generally understood as a detailed representation of Mayan cosmology. Many experts believe the artwork illustrates Pakal's journey to the afterlife, showing him descending into the underworld while framed by the world tree, a central element in Mayan mythology that connects the heavens, earth, and the underworld. The positioning of Pakal, along with the surrounding symbols, suggests a narrative deeply rooted in spiritual beliefs, emphasizing the cyclical nature of life and the king's divine status. This interpretation aligns with the Mayans' intricate understanding of death, time, and the cosmos, presenting Pakal not merely as a ruler but as a transcendent figure whose legacy lives on in their sacred traditions. However, the sarcophagus lid has also sparked alternative interpretations, most notably from proponents of fringe theories. Some have pointed to the carving's visual elements and argued that the scene resembles Pakal operating a machine or spacecraft, with his posture and the surrounding details interpreted as controls or propulsion flames. This idea, often cited in discussions of ancient astronaut theories, suggests that the Mayans had contact with extraterrestrial beings who influenced their culture and technological advancements. Although widely dismissed by mainstream scholars as speculative and lacking credible evidence, such interpretations continue to fascinate and inspire curiosity, adding another layer of mystery to an already enigmatic artifact. What makes the sarcophagus lid of King Pakal so compelling is its dual ability to bridge historical reverence with imaginative speculation. On one hand, it serves as a remarkable window into Mayan beliefs and their sophisticated artistic expression. On the other, it challenges us to contemplate the unknown, drawing attention to the gaps in our understanding of ancient civilizations. Whether interpreted through the lens of mythology or outlandish theories, the lid remains a testament to the creativity and complexity of Mayan culture. Yet, for all its grandeur, the true story behind the carvings and their meaning continues to elude us, inviting further exploration and debate. As we leave behind the mysteries of Pakal's tomb, our journey now takes us to another compelling question: the origin of the Mayan people. Where did they come from, and what clues might their language, art, and archaeological traces hold about their beginnings? Let us continue unraveling the mysteries of this extraordinary civilization. As the next challenge unfolds, we dive into one of the most perplexing questions about the Mayans: the mystery of their origins. Unlike many ancient civilizations whose beginnings can be traced through a combination of historical records and archaeological evidence, the story of where the Mayans came from remains shrouded in uncertainty. Their advanced culture, language, and achievements seem to emerge almost fully formed, leaving modern researchers wondering how such a sophisticated civilization developed in the dense jungles of Mesoamerica. Theories attempting to uncover their roots often rely on a blend of linguistic, genetic, and archaeological clues, yet no single explanation has provided a definitive answer. From a linguistic standpoint, experts have long studied the Mayan language family, one of the most complex and diverse in the Americas. This family includes over 30 related languages, many of which are still spoken today by millions of people in regions spanning from Mexico to Honduras. While these languages share common traits that hint at a unified origin, tracing their development back to a specific time or place has proven challenging. Some scholars suggest that the Mayan language family points to early connections with other ancient cultures in Central America, while others believe the linguistic evidence reveals connections to even older, pre-Mayan groups whose legacy may have influenced the rise of the civilization. Genetic studies add another layer to the puzzle. Research into the DNA of modern indigenous populations in Central America, many of whom are descendants of the ancient Mayans, suggests a long history of human occupation in the region extending back tens of thousands of years. While these findings confirm that the Mayans have deep ancestral ties to the land, they also raise questions about whether there were earlier migrations or interactions with other groups that contributed to the distinct cultural and technological advancements for which the Mayans are known. Some scientists speculate that the blending of local populations with incoming groups may have played a role in shaping the Mayans' unique identity, though the specifics of these interactions remain unclear. Archaeological evidence further complicates the narrative. Early Mayan sites such as Nakbay and El Mirador provide glimpses into the civilization's pre-classic period, a time when its urban centers and iconic architecture began to take shape. These sites reveal a rapid advancement in construction techniques, agriculture, and social organization, but they also beg the question of how and why these innovations appeared so suddenly. Some researchers propose that the Mayans inherited knowledge or practices from neighboring cultures, such as the Olmecs, who preceded them in the region and are often referred to as the mother culture of Mesoamerica. However, while there are undeniable similarities between Mayan and Olmec art, symbols, and religious themes, the evidence of a direct lineage remains inconclusive. The mystery of the Mayans' origins highlights the complexity of their civilization and the gaps in our understanding of early human history. Each discovery, be it a new archaeological site, a linguistic breakthrough, or a genetic clue, brings us closer to untangling the story, yet the full picture still escapes us. Were the Mayans truly a product of the land where they flourished, or do their roots extend to unknown places and peoples? As with many aspects of their culture, the Mayans' beginnings are a puzzle wrapped in evidence that is as fragmented as it is intriguing. With this enigmatic question lingering, we move forward to another fascinating aspect of Mayan culture, their mystical connection to jade, a stone that held profound significance in their spiritual and social lives. Let us uncover why this precious material was so revered by the Mayans and how it continues to captivate us today. Now turning to the mesmerizing world of jade, we step into one of the most mystical aspects of Mayan culture. To the Mayans, jade was far more than just a beautiful green stone. It was a symbol of life, power, and the eternal connection between the physical and spiritual realms. Its vibrant hues reminded them of maize, the crop that was central to their survival and mythology, and of the lush greenery of their tropical world. But what elevated jade beyond its striking appearance was its profound spiritual and cultural significance. Reserved for the elite, jade was often used to craft intricate jewelry, ceremonial objects, and even tools, serving as a marker of wealth and status. Yet its value went far deeper than material riches. To the Mayans, jade was a sacred substance, imbued with metaphysical properties that linked it to their gods and the afterlife. Jade's symbolic importance is perhaps most evident in its use within Mayan rituals and burials. Archaeologists studying tombs of Mayan rulers have uncovered jade masks, beads, and amulets carefully placed alongside the deceased. These objects were not merely decorative, they were believed to guide the departed on their journey to the underworld and signify their eternal connection to the divine. One particularly fascinating example is the discovery of vividly carved jade earspools and necklaces, worn by the elite to project authority in life and preserve it in death. Such artifacts speak to the Mayans' intricate belief system, where jade served as a vessel of spiritual energy and a means to transcend mortality. But how did they acquire this highly prized material, and why did they revere it above gold? The journey of jade from its raw form to the exquisite artifacts the Mayans created remains one of the great mysteries of their civilization. Deposits of jade are known to exist in the Motagua River Valley of present-day Guatemala, but the extraction and trade networks that allowed this material to circulate across the vast Mayan territory are still not fully understood. How did the Mayans, without modern tools, quarry this tough stone with such precision? And how did they transport it over long distances through dense forests and rugged terrain? Scholars have proposed that trade routes extending to other Mesoamerican cultures facilitated the exchange of jade as well as ideas and knowledge. Yet the exact methods and scale of this ancient trade network remain elusive, leaving us to wonder at the sheer determination and ingenuity required. Compounding the mystery is the unanswered question of why jade held such an unparalleled place in Mayan thought. Was it its durability, a metaphor for immortality, its vibrant color symbolizing fertility and renewal, or could there be deeper, hidden meanings that we are only beginning to uncover? What we do know is that jade was far more than a luxury item for the Mayans. It was woven into the very fabric of their mythology and identity. As we continue to study the jade artifacts left behind, we find not only breathtaking craftsmanship, but also glimpses into the spiritual life of a civilization whose reverence for this enigmatic stone still inspires awe. With jade's secrets shimmering in the depths of Mayan culture, we now turn our attention to a striking extension of its significance: jade burial masks. These masks, among the most iconic relics of the Mayans, reveal even more about how this precious material bridged the worlds of the living and the dead. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we delve deeper into the captivating world of Mayan jade, focusing on one of its most evocative uses: jade burial masks. These extraordinary artifacts not only demonstrate the unparalleled craftsmanship of the Mayans, but also unveil profound insights into their funerary practices and spiritual beliefs. Crafted with meticulous precision, jade burial masks were often placed over the faces of deceased rulers and elite members of society. Far from being mere decorative items, these masks served a vital purpose in guiding the dead to the afterlife. For the Mayans, the afterlife was not an end but a continuation of the soul's journey, and jade masks were thought to offer protection, ensure safe passage, and facilitate a connection with the divine. One of the most famous examples of a jade burial mask is that of King Pakal of Palenque, a revered Mayan ruler whose tomb was discovered in the Temple of the Inscriptions. His mask, intricately constructed from small, harmoniously arranged pieces of jade, is not just a masterpiece of artistry, but also a powerful symbol of his eternal status and connection to the gods. The mask's design, with its vivid green hues, likely represented eternal life and the cycle of renewal, echoing the Mayans' deep reverence for jade as a material linked to fertility and immortality. Beyond King Pakal, many similar masks have been uncovered across Mayan sites, each one offering a glimpse into the identity and status of its wearer in both life and death. The creation of these masks was no small feat. Mayan artisans worked tirelessly, cutting and polishing jade without the aid of metal tools, a testament to their skill and dedication. The placement of these masks in tombs was meticulous, signifying a spiritual ritual meant to secure the favor of the gods and ancestors. Alongside the masks, archaeologists have unearthed other jade items such as beads, pendants, and figurines, reinforcing the idea that jade was central to the Mayans' vision of the afterlife. But the significance of these burial masks extended beyond their material beauty. They were deeply symbolic, crafted to embody not only the personal identity of the deceased, but also their societal role and spiritual journey. The discovery of these masks raises many questions that continue to intrigue scholars. Were the designs purely decorative, or did they carry hidden meanings tied to specific deities or cosmological beliefs? Could the intricate patterns and carvings on each piece provide clues about Mayan rituals and their conception of the universe? These questions remind us that even with all we have learned, the jade burial masks of the Mayans remain enigmatic, offering tantalizing glimpses into a world where artistry, culture, and spirituality were inextricably intertwined. As we reflect on the legacy of these exquisite burial masks, it becomes clear that jade was more than just a material. It was a conduit between worlds, a symbol of power and eternity that defined the Mayans' relationship with life and death. And while the jade masks provide us with profound insights, they also leave us marveling at what other secrets this ancient civilization may still hold. Moving forward, we now shift our focus to another enduring mystery of the Mayan world: the lost codices and the priceless knowledge they may have once contained. Now turning to one of the most tragic enigmas of Mayan history, we delve into the story of the lost codices, ancient books that once held the collective wisdom of this remarkable civilization. These codices, made from the bark of fig trees and coated with a thin layer of lime plaster for writing, were the Mayans' primary medium for recording their knowledge. They contained intricate hieroglyphs and vivid illustrations, offering insights into Mayan astronomy, mythology, mathematics, rituals, and daily life. Yet, despite their immense cultural and historical value, the vast majority of these works were destroyed during the Spanish conquest and subsequent missionary efforts. In an effort to eradicate what they considered pagan practices, Spanish colonizers burned countless Mayan books, robbing humanity of an irreplaceable trove of knowledge. Today, only a small handful of these codices have survived the ravages of history. Among them, the Dresden Codex stands as one of the most significant, offering glimpses into the Mayans' advanced understanding of celestial cycles and their precise calendrical systems. It is a testament to their ingenuity, but it also serves as a haunting reminder of how much has been lost. What secrets about their scientific achievements, cultural traditions, and spiritual beliefs might have been preserved if hundreds of these codices had survived? Could they have answered lingering questions about the Mayans' sudden collapse, their connection to the stars, or their complex social structures? The loss of the codices is a reminder of the fragility of human knowledge. Entire chapters of Mayan history encoded in these books were erased, leaving behind only fragmented clues for modern scholars to piece together. The surviving codices offer tantalizing hints, but they are just a small window into a much larger and more intricate world. As we ponder the fate of these lost texts, we are compelled to ask ourselves what other mysteries, perhaps locked away in undiscovered codices or buried beneath the dense jungle, might one day come to light. This enduring enigma not only sparks our curiosity, but also underscores the importance of preserving cultural heritage for future generations. Moving forward, we now venture into the realm of speculation, exploring the controversial theories of alien influence on Mayan culture. Now turning to the surviving codices, these rare and invaluable texts serve as precious links to the lost wisdom of the Mayan civilization. Among them, the Dresden Codex stands out as a remarkable artifact of human intellect and creativity. This meticulously crafted manuscript, composed of 47 double-sided pages filled with intricate hieroglyphs and vivid illustrations, offers a window into the Mayans' profound understanding of astronomy. Within its pages lies evidence of their precise calculations of celestial events, including solar eclipses, the cycles of Venus, and even lunar phases. Such detailed astronomical observations underscore the sophistication of Mayan science, achieved centuries before the invention of modern telescopes or advanced instruments. But the Dresden Codex is not merely a scientific document. It also weaves together elements of Mayan mythology and ritual practices. It illustrates gods and their attributes, detailing their roles in the Mayan cosmos and their influence over natural events. Some pages seem to describe ceremonial instructions, perhaps guiding priests through rituals designed to harmonize the earthly realm with the divine. This convergence of science and spirituality reveals the unique way the Mayans viewed their world, not as separate domains of the physical and the sacred, but as interconnected and equally vital in understanding their existence. Another surviving text, the Madrid Codex, adds further depth to this picture. While not as well preserved as the Dresden Codex, it provides insight into the Mayans' agricultural practices, divination methods, and daily rituals. It reflects the practical aspects of their lives, yet it too is interwoven with spiritual significance, demonstrating how deeply embedded their beliefs were in every aspect of their society. Meanwhile, the Paris Codex, though fragmented and challenging to interpret, hints at the Mayans' obsession with time and cyclical patterns. It includes references to their calendar systems and their intricate ceremonies tied to the passage of time. Each of these surviving codices tells a story, but they also raise questions. How did the Mayans achieve such advanced astronomical precision without modern tools? What deeper meanings might their mythology conceal? and perhaps most intriguingly, what treasures of knowledge were contained in the many codices that were lost. These surviving texts are just fragments of a much greater narrative, yet they inspire awe and wonder at the incredible achievements of the Mayans. The study of these codices continues to challenge and expand our understanding of this ancient culture. They remind us of the resilience of human knowledge and the ways in which even a few surviving pages can illuminate the accomplishments of an entire civilization. As researchers meticulously analyze these works, we are left with a profound sense of curiosity and respect for a people whose wisdom still resonates across the ages. With their legacy etched into these surviving codices, the Mayans remind us of the enduring power of knowledge, even in the face of overwhelming loss. And now, as we venture deeper into the realm of speculation, questions arise about the possibility of extraterrestrial influence in the Mayan world, a topic that has ignited both intrigue and controversy for generations. As the next chapter unfolds, we delve into one of the most speculative and debated aspects of Mayan culture: theories of alien influence. For decades, enthusiasts of ancient astronaut hypotheses have pointed to the Mayans' extraordinary achievements as evidence of possible extraterrestrial intervention. Their precise astronomical alignments, advanced knowledge of celestial cycles, and monumental architecture have sparked questions about how such feats were accomplished without modern tools or technology. Could the Mayans have been guided by beings from beyond our world, or were their accomplishments purely a testament to human ingenuity and determination? Proponents of alien intervention often highlight specific artifacts and structures they believe defy conventional explanations. The intricate carvings on the sarcophagus lid of King Pakal in Palenque, for instance, have fueled speculation. Some interpret the image as depicting Pakal seated in a spacecraft, complete with controls and what appears to be flames or propulsion beneath him. To mainstream archaeologists, however, these interpretations disregard the cultural and religious meanings of the artwork, which likely represents the journey of Pakal's soul into the underworld as understood in Mayan cosmology. Another frequently cited example is the Mayans' advanced understanding of astronomy. Their ability to predict solar eclipses, track the cycles of Venus, and align their cities with astronomical phenomena, such as the equinoxes, has led some to wonder if this knowledge was too advanced for its time. Skeptics argue that the Mayans developed these capabilities through rigorous observation and centuries of accumulated knowledge, rather than external guidance. Still, the sheer precision of their accomplishments continues to ignite curiosity. The construction of their monumental architecture also features prominently in these discussions. How did the Mayans move and carve massive stone blocks with such precision, especially in the dense jungles of Central America? From the towering pyramids of Tikal to the grand observatories of Chichen Itza, these structures remain engineering marvels. While no evidence conclusively supports alien involvement, the ingenuity required to create such masterpieces in an ancient context often leaves room for imaginative theories. Historians and archaeologists emphasize the importance of interpreting Mayan achievements within the framework of their culture, environment, and technological capabilities. Yet fringe theorists argue that mainstream scholarship cannot fully account for all the mysteries surrounding this civilization. The debate leaves us at a crossroads where science and speculation collide. Ultimately, whether these accomplishments were guided by extraterrestrial influence or rooted in human ingenuity, they remind us of the boundless potential of creativity and determination. As we explore these controversial ideas, we are drawn not only into the mysteries of the Mayan world, but also into deeper questions about our own place in the universe. And with that, we turn to the living descendants of the Mayans, who are reclaiming and reviving their ancient traditions, offering fresh perspectives on the legacy of their ancestors. With the next phase of the journey in sight, we shift our focus to the living descendants of the Mayans, who carry the echoes of their ancestors' civilization into the modern era. Across Central America, particularly in Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and southern Mexico, Mayan communities are embracing a cultural revival, rediscovering and preserving the ancient traditions that have shaped their identity for generations. Through rituals, languages, and crafts, they are piecing together fragments of their ancestral heritage, keeping the spirit of the Mayan world alive. One cornerstone of this revival is the revitalization of traditional ceremonies. Rooted in the Mayan calendar, these sacred rituals honor the cycles of time, the elements, and the interconnectedness of life. For example, today, spiritual guides known as Ajkajab continue to perform fire ceremonies, offering prayers and blessings to maintain balance and harmony with nature, much like their ancestors did. These ceremonies not only connect us to the spiritual heart of Mayan culture, but also hint at their profound understanding of time, the cosmos, and human existence. Another remarkable aspect of this resurgence is the preservation and promotion of Mayan languages. While many of these languages were suppressed during the colonial period, they are now being taught in schools and spoken in homes, ensuring they endure as living tools of communication. Languages like Kayich, Yucatec, and Tzotzil are more than mere words. They are vessels of cultural knowledge, preserving stories, beliefs, and wisdom handed down over thousands of years. Could these languages contain subtle clues to mysteries that remain unresolved? The craftsmanship of the Mayan descendants also provides a tangible link to their past. Weavers, potters, and sculptors continue to practice techniques passed down through countless generations, creating intricate designs that reflect ancient symbols and meanings. Vibrant textiles, for instance, are woven with patterns that often represent cosmic elements, such as the sun, moon, and stars, hinting at the deep celestial connections of their ancestors. These artistic expressions invite us to ponder whether they contain encoded messages from a time long gone. Modern Mayans are also taking the lead in managing the archaeological sites of their ancestors. As stewards of these sacred spaces, they bring unique perspectives that are deeply rooted in cultural memory. They advocate for interpretations of their history that honor the spiritual and cultural significance of the sites, fostering a holistic understanding of Mayan civilization that bridges the gap between scholarly research and indigenous wisdom. This cultural revival is not just a journey into the past, it is a dialogue with the present and future. By reclaiming their traditions, modern Mayans are actively shaping their identity and challenging the long-held narratives imposed by colonial and foreign perspectives. Their efforts remind us that the Mayan legacy is not just a relic of history, but a vibrant, evolving force that continues to inspire and enlighten. As we witness the living descendants of the Mayans breathe new life into their ancient heritage, we are compelled to wonder, could their customs today hold the key to solving the enduring enigmas of the Mayan civilization? Perhaps through their practices, we may one day unlock a deeper understanding of this extraordinary culture. And as we contemplate this possibility, we turn to the fascinating intersection of science and spirituality that defined the Mayan worldview, where logic and mysticism came together to unravel the mysteries of existence. Now turning to the profound intersection of science and spirituality within the Mayan worldview, we find a civilization that seamlessly wove logic and mysticism into the fabric of everyday life. For the Mayans, there was no conflict between the empirical and the divine. Instead, they perceived them as complementary forces working in harmony to decode the mysteries of existence. Their unparalleled achievements in astronomy, mathematics, and architecture were not separate from their spiritual beliefs but were deeply rooted in them. Consider the Mayan calendar, a masterwork of mathematical precision and cosmic understanding. Far from being merely a tool for timekeeping, it was also a spiritual guide reflecting the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Each day on the calendar carried its own energy, governed by celestial movements and divine forces, influencing everything from agricultural practices to personal decisions. This synthesis of science and spirituality allowed the Mayans to navigate their world with a sense of purpose that bridged the earthly and the cosmic. Their architectural marvels further illustrate this union. Structures like the Pyramid of Kukulkan at Chichen Itza demonstrate a profound understanding of astronomy and engineering. During the spring and autumn equinoxes, the pyramid casts a shadow that appears to depict a serpent slithering down its steps, a phenomenon that aligns perfectly with their mythology and reverence for celestial cycles. This breathtaking design showcases how their scientific expertise was intertwined with spiritual symbolism, transforming their monuments into living expressions of their cosmology. Even their medical practices combined empirical knowledge with spiritual healing. The Mayans revered nature as a sacred source of both physical remedies and spiritual energy. They developed herbal medicines and surgical techniques while simultaneously invoking the blessings of the gods during treatments. To them, the body, the spirit, and the universe were interconnected, and healing required harmony across all three realms. At the heart of their worldview was the belief that the cosmos itself was alive, a vast dynamic entity governed by cycles and energies that humans could observe, predict, and participate in. Their rituals, astronomical observations, and mathematical innovations all stemmed from the desire to align with this universal rhythm. Could this holistic perspective, which modern science often overlooks, offer us fresh insights into our own existence? The Mayans remind us that understanding the universe is not just about measurements and formulas, but also about finding meaning and connection within its vastness. As we reflect on how the Mayans blended rationality and faith to unlock the secrets of their world, we are drawn to the enduring intrigue of their unresolved mysteries. This seamless integration of science and spirituality invites us to consider whether our own approaches to understanding the universe could be enriched by such balance. And with this thought, we move forward to explore an even deeper aspect of Mayan legacy, the potential mysteries still waiting to be uncovered in their silent, ancient ruins and cultural artifacts. As the sun rises on the next chapter of our exploration, we find ourselves pondering a captivating question. Could there be more mysteries hidden within the legacy of the ancient Mayans? Despite the wealth of knowledge we have uncovered, there remains an overwhelming sense that we have only scratched the surface of their secrets. Deep within the dense, uncharted jungles of Central America, where the roots of trees weave through forgotten ruins, untold stories may still lie buried, waiting for the right moment or the right technology to bring them to light. Imagine the Mayan codices that were tragically lost to time, their pages once teeming with wisdom about their history, rituals, and understanding of the cosmos. What knowledge might they have held? Or consider the countless hidden cities that our technology has begun to reveal, networks of urban centers that challenge our assumptions about the scale and complexity of their civilization. What more could these silent ruins teach us about the lives, struggles, and triumphs of a society so advanced and yet so enigmatic? And then there are the artifacts, the jade masks, intricately carved stelae, and celestial observatories, each one a puzzle piece of a much larger picture we have yet to fully assemble. With every new discovery, we are reminded that the Mayans had an extraordinary ability to encode layers of meaning into their creations. Could there be symbols, inscriptions, or even entire structures whose significance eludes us simply because we have not yet learned how to look at them in the right way? What truths might be hiding in plain sight? Even more tantalizing is the possibility that there are mysteries we cannot yet conceive. The Mayans' profound connection to the cosmos, their understanding of cycles and energies, and their willingness to explore the boundaries of human perception hint at a worldview that may hold keys to questions we are only beginning to ask. Could their lost knowledge offer solutions to today's challenges, or even reshape our understanding of what it means to be human? As we close this chapter of our journey into the enigmas of the ancient Mayans, we are left with both awe and curiosity. Their civilization, rich with knowledge and interwoven with mystery, serves as a reminder that history is never entirely in the past. It is alive, constantly evolving with every discovery and every question we dare to ask. How many more wonders remain concealed, waiting for the moment when we are ready to find them? Perhaps the greatest legacy of the Mayans is the invitation to keep searching, to remain curious, and to embrace the mysteries that connect us to the boundless possibilities of the universe. As we draw the curtain on this journey through the 15 unsolved enigmas of the ancient Mayans, one thing becomes abundantly clear. Their legacy is as much about the questions they leave behind as it is about the extraordinary civilization they once built. From the sudden collapse of their society to the intricate mysteries of their hieroglyphs and the hidden cities still shrouded beneath the jungle canopy, every discovery deepens our fascination rather than diminishing it. Their understanding of time, astronomy, and the spiritual plane pushes the boundaries of what we thought ancient civilizations were capable of, leaving us marveling at their ingenuity and vision. But these mysteries are not just relics of the past. They challenge us in the present, urging us to look closer, think deeper, and remain curious about what yet lies undiscovered. Which of these riddles do you think will be solved in our lifetime, and which will continue to inspire wonder for generations to come? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We would love to hear your theories and speculations. If you enjoyed uncovering these enigmas with us today, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating explorations, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our next journey into the unknown. Share this video with others who share your curiosity, and let's keep the conversation alive. Together, we can continue to explore the uncharted frontiers of history, one mystery at a time. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious.